I think she might say the Korean guy, honestly.
No,
Because...
hang on. That's old school. So, bro, take your glasses.
Hi, my name is Haylene and I'm living in Korea with my Korean husband. 1년 좀 됐어요. 네.
아직 신혼부부겠네요.
We've never been like a very like cheesy or like overly affectionate couple, but we are starting to plan our wedding. We still haven't had the wedding yet because of Corona, so we're starting that this week. So it's exciting. Yeah. We still love each other very much. It's still very fresh, but nothing new. We're used to each other. Oh, 소개팅. Like a mutual friend introduced us and we had a blind date. Now we're here. I think sometimes people are just attracted to what they're familiar with. So, you know, it's in their comfort zone. It's maybe in the same place or area that they live in. So kind of, you know, in the area that they already know. You know, some people just don't like surprises or being met with uncomfortable situations or something like that, which that can happen, you know. Moving to Korea, I know that I've had a lot of unexpected situations happen to me that I didn't really understand at first, and it was something that I had to get used to. And some people just prefer to date the same nationality or same race, and you know, it's in their comfort zone. Yeah, familiarity. Personally, my husband and I, we only speak Korean at home, and you know, I'm still having to study Korean a lot, and I learn a lot through him as well. My husband doesn't really speak English at all, so he does slow the Korean down for me, and he does teach me along the way as well. But we have had communication issues where I've completely misunderstood something that he was saying, and then we would butt heads because I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? But at the end of the day, it's just having to sit down and talk like adults. And even if there's a communication barrier or a cultural barrier, you have to sit down and communicate. Yeah.
So are you excited about the videos?
Yeah, I'm a little curious as to what other foreigners think of the 3 countries. Yeah.
Because just the standard, like, really, really, really white.
He's looking for
Which is not a
really,
bad thing,
really,
right?
really white
I'm
people.
really white. I like white people.
Jeez. Okay, he's sending her out of the classroom.
Just hang out one second. Let me say that again.
He's...
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
Nah, but like yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Okay.
I had a lot of Vietnamese friends growing up. There's a lot of Vietnamese people in Texas.
Korean name.
My name is Sang Sok. I'm from South Korea.
You're
Do you look like a typical Korean to you?
The only difference I can really see is that I haven't really seen too many Korean guys wear hoodies. I think it's a little more like Western style to wear like hoodies and jeans.
My name is Chen Haozhen, and I'm from China.
This is fun.
So
We're gonna have fun.
awkward.
Nicole. Come stand right here.
I also had a teacher like this that he would like make us stand up and do all these crazy stuff. That was such a long time ago, and I still like very strongly remember his classes. So it's a lot of fun to do like interactive stuff like this.
누가 제일 잘생겼어요?
Oh, let me see closely. I want to preface this and say that they're all handsome in their own ways, and I'm sure that they're lovely people. I'm gonna go with it's a tie between the Korean guy and the Chinese guy. The Korean guy looks very like kind. He looks very humble and just like a cool guy to hang out with. And the Chinese student, I like his overall features a little bit more. I like his eyes and his eyebrows, which is weird to say. But overall, the Korean guy looks a little kinder though.
Gentlemen.
I think she might say the Korean guy, honestly. Because
hang on, no.
just the general, I think the Korean guy, even his fashion is a little more westernized. So I think maybe she could, since she's the whitest of white, she might migrate towards that kind of familiar face.
Well, they're all like the same height, so that's one thing that's they're all the same. So
They're all the same. All right.
I meant by the height.
Oh wait, hang on.
I meant
Okay,
like the
hang on.
height.
Oh, the height thing, that's a very
Okay,
big
go
thing in
ahead.
the
How else?
States.
What else?
헬린 씨도 키가 중요해요?
I don't care. I'm very short to begin with, so as long as you're a little taller than me, I'm fine. I can't be picky. I'm like down here.
헤어스타일 같은 경우는
I don't really like hair dye, so I think as long as hairstyles go, I think the Korean guy, because he just has the most normal one. I think kind of a difference that I've noticed between Asian and Western men is that I think Asian men do take care of their appearance a little bit more, so that includes like makeup and hair dye as well, and like piercings and stuff like that. So yeah, of course Western men also dye their hair, but I wouldn't say as often as Asian men.
You got 2 votes right there. All right.
I'm the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did you expect this result?
A little bit, yeah. Just everything, the style and the hair and all that. I feel like he's a little bit more westernized than the 2 other guys. Well, the Vietnamese guy is also westernized, but he looks a little more like a gamer. Yeah.
Yeah? What is it? What is it about him?
Oh.
Dude.
He looks so like shy and surprised that he got
makes him
chosen.
cute?
I was actually thinking about that like a few minutes ago, like compared to the Vietnamese guy, just his posture in general, I think the Korean guy looked a lot more comfortable than the Vietnamese boy. And then his style as well is just very laid back, like university style. Like he did not want to go to this lecture this morning. He just threw on the most comfortable thing he had and he went. So that also kind of makes him look a little more, you know, laid back, not too closed, but not too open. I think if people are more animated and more open, then they do seem more friendly. In this video particularly, I did notice that like the Vietnamese student was a little more shy and kind of just more closed up, while the Korean guy and the Chinese guy seemed, you know, they were smiling more, they seemed a little bit more confident and open in their gestures and facial expressions as well.
Taller than the average Asian man?
I've been to Japan, so I do think Korean men are a little taller than Japanese men. Maybe also a little taller than Vietnamese men, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've seen really tall guys in Korea. It's like 90% of their body is just legs. So my kind of first introduction to Korean culture was K-drama. When I first moved here and kind of actually got to know Korean men, I do think they are generally nice, but I do think that it depends on the person. Even though you grow up in a certain country and you have your cultures and your values, at the end of the day, it is about communication and trying to understand each other and respecting each other's perspectives. So it still kind of comes down to the personality of the person. So, you know, I've dated really cold guys here. I've dated guys that haven't treated me as well as I wanted to, but then I've also dated really, really amazing and really nice guys as well. And I'm married to one now. So I think it all depends on the personality. You know, I do think in general, they are a little nicer and a little bit more open and direct with their feelings. So today I watched an experimental video where a white student chose between 3 Asian men. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.